Start recording. It's working now. So welcome everyone, and well done for making it to the second session of the Community of Practice. We are very excited to have you here. For those who couldn't come last week to the live session, we are recording this, making sure that you're not there, so you can then go on YouTube and see the, not only see, but actually to practice with the video. This is not to see, this is to practice. Last week, we explored with the anchors for those who managed to be here or who managed to see the video. And today we're going to start exploring with the entire body, with a body scan. So for those of you who've been to mindfulness courses, the body scan is like the basis of mindfulness, because the body is the first foundation or foundational thing of mindfulness. We can't be aware of a sensation, for example, and be thinking at the same time. And you will explore that. For those who've done it, you might have had this experience before. When we are fully aware of a sensation in the body, or when we are fully aware of our breath, there are no thoughts there at the same time. When the presence is completely inhabiting, or when the awareness is completely inhabiting that sensation or the breath. So the body is like the basis of the mindfulness practice. And in my particular experience, because in mindfulness we explore with many different kind of meditations, gratitude meditations, compassion meditation, acceptance, kindness, dealing with difficult thoughts, dealing with difficult emotions. There are many options to meditate on mindfulness. But for me, when I'm in doubt, confused, agitated, when I'm going through difficult moments, the body scan is always like my first aid in meditation. So it's just a lovely practice. I won't say anything else. I just for those who just joined us, if you want to do this lying down, you can do it on your yoga mat, bed, sofa, and feel as comfortable as you can. Sue and I will be here on our chairs, and I think that's it. Is there
Just
anything that I missed? Yeah, Sue, please.
Oh, just for the two, Karina and Claire, hello. If you want to turn your video off because you're lying down so that we don't see your noses. Sometimes people prefer that. And then you can turn it back on at the end. Okay.
That's perfect.
And Laura's joined.
Oh, great.
That's lovely.
So nice to see everyone here. Hi, Laura. So I'm going to remove my camera from here. There you are, Sue. And thank you.
Just spotlighting me, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so welcome everybody. And thank you very much, Olga. And yes, what I'm going to do is a short meditation called the body scan. And when we run 8-week courses, we start with it and we end with it. So it feels really good that after the anchors, we're doing this. So just make yourself comfortable now. Make sure your head's comfortable with a cushion, legs supported if you're lying down. And wherever you are, just be aware of your whole body. Just lying here or sitting. You touch or pressure against the floor or the bed or the mat or the chair. And just let yourself go and imagine you're sinking into gravity, because that's what you're doing. So just let your body go into gravity. And just for a few moments, notice your breathing. No need to change it or do anything. Just notice yourself breathing. And maybe you'd just like to feel really pleased you've actually got here and given yourself this 30 minutes little break to practice with us all together. And I'm going to ask you to scan down the body, starting from the head and ending with the toes. And it's not as if it's a helicopter view. I'm actually going to ask you to imagine you're breathing into that part. You might want to do that. And to really see if you can be in that part of your body and to feel being in that part of the body. So let's start with the top of the head. You might imagine breathing into the top of your head to your scalp. If that's difficult with the breathing, just drop that and just move from place to place. And again, like last week, it's really lovely if you look at a meditation with an open mind, with curiosity, with a little bit of fun. Oh, is my head itching? Ooh, what's that little scritchy thing I can feel? Or so just be curious as to what's going on in your head. Or maybe you've got a headache and it's not the best place to be, but you notice that there's a bit of tension there. So just be kind and just notice, and notice without needing to analyze. Breathing in, breathing out. And now I'm going to ask you to move your focus attention to your face. See if you can breathe into various parts of your face. Let's start with the forehead. Your eyes. How do they feel? Maybe they're tired. Maybe it just feels lovely to shut your eyes for a few moments after a busy day. Your cheeks, cheekbones, your jaw. And how does your jaw feel? And just occasionally I'll mention areas where we often hold things tightly. And often when we're tense, we will clench our jaw. And if you notice that, you don't need to relax into something. You just need to notice it, because the automatic thing will be to soften that, because that's our natural place to be. So if you notice the clenched jaw, just soften into that jaw. Just imagine yourself breathing kindness into your jaw. To your ears, your nose. And of course, with your nose, you're going to be noticing as well the breath flowing in and out. Again, no need to change anything. And then your head. Just see if you can be aware, bring your awareness to the whole of your head. And if it's lying on a pillow, you might feel that it's heavy, comfortably heavy though. It might feel very nice to be lying on a pillow now after carrying it around all day. Or if you're sitting, just notice the space your head takes up. And moving to your neck. Again, that's something often we tighten at the back of our throats and our neck when we're tense. So maybe just soften your jaw if you notice that. You will naturally. And if there is any pain, because sometimes when we get tired, we have pains in our neck, just see if you can bring a kindly awareness to it rather than a, oh my goodness me, what have I been doing with my neck on a computer all day? So no need to analyze, just gently be aware of whatever you notice. To the back of the neck and to your shoulders. And you might notice that your shoulders are a bit hunched. Again, that's something we do when we're rushed and tense. So just notice them and see how they naturally fall back. It might be really nice if you're lying down just to be aware of the broadness across your chest and your shoulders. How does that feel? Breathe into it. And then down your arms. And your arms, we're carrying them all day, they get heavy. So if you can, just drop them to your lap and just let them go. Or drop them to the sides of your body and just notice how they feel. And run your attention and your breath all the way along your arms, along those muscles. How do they feel? Do they feel maybe tired? Maybe you notice a tingling. Maybe they're hot. Maybe they're getting too hot under a blanket. Or maybe you can notice some cool air breathing over them. And then moving down to your hands. And how do your hands feel? It might be really nice just to notice that your hands for once are still. Maybe they're tingling. Maybe it just feels lovely to put your hands down and notice them, maybe even appreciate them. And then see if you can be aware of all of your arms from your shoulder to the tips of your fingers. And then I'm going to ask you to move to your upper back. And I'm going to ask you to gently move your focus down your back. And you might be really interested to notice that although we breathe from the front, our body also moves, our back also moves as we breathe. So you might feel some movement there as you breathe. You might feel some pain. Again, no need to analyze, just gently breathe in and pass by. The lower back is often somewhere where we tense as well. Breathing into the whole of the back. And then we'll switch to the front. And if your mind wanders, because that's what minds do, don't worry about it. Just catch yourself and say, oh, thank you, mind. Here we go. Back to Sue, back to wherever I am in the body. Even if you've missed an arm out, don't worry about it, because that's what minds will do. And if we have to gently pull our minds back to the breath, to the body, 100 times in one body scan, that's amazing, because you've noticed, we've been aware of that busy mind. So coming to your breath, breathing into your chest, noticing the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe, not needing to change anything. Notice as you breathe in, your diaphragm rises. And as you breathe out, it drops again. There's a lovely rhythm with that diaphragm. Sometimes I like just to put my hands on my tummy and feel the movement, not trying to change anything, but maybe you find it calming to do that. Breath, as you know, is a lovely anchor to come back to. But so's the tummy, because that moves with the breath. And moving down to the pelvis, the hips, How do they feel? Heavy against the bed or the chair. Your bottom. Definitely feeling gravity if you're sitting. Just be curious. And then moving down through your legs, your upper legs, those legs which have probably been working a lot all day, even if you've been sitting a lot. So big muscles. How do they feel? Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're agitated. It doesn't matter, just notice. And keep moving your attention and imagining your breath, if that helps, going down to your legs, over the knees, tenderly if they're sore, down to the calves and the shins. And then to the ankles. How do they feel? Nice to be lying down and not doing something. Maybe you can just feel your socks or your bare feet or the heels on the bed. Or if you're sitting, maybe you can feel the soles of your feet on the floor. Down to the soles of the feet. Down to the tiny toes and the big toe. It's as if you're a detective, really. Just what's going on down there? Are they hot? Are they throbbing? Or maybe you feel nothing. Maybe your head's been so busy all day that you just haven't felt different parts of your body, and it's difficult to now. And that's fine too. It's just really good to be aware of it. Oh, and your mind might go off again. Well, no wonder they're tired, because I've been running around all day. Thank you, mind. Come back to the toe. Sometimes it helps me to think of our minds whirring away, because they won't stop, but to think of them as clouds in the sky. There are big black ones, there are little fluffy ones, but they all pass and they all move on. And I'll just try and not get hooked in with them, but go back to my tiny toes. And then bring your focus of awareness over the whole of your body, from the waist to your toes, the space that you take up lying down or sitting. And then just let go of that focus and just be here, realizing that you're lying here and your body's just breathing and you have nothing to do. And you've just scanned your whole body and dropped into gravity. And before I end, I just want to read a poem. It's called The Body Scan. It's by Rainer Maria Rilke. How surely gravity's law, strong as an ocean current, takes hold of even the strongest thing and pulls it towards the heart of the world. Each thing, each stone, blossom, child is held in place. Only we, in our arrogance, push out beyond what we belong to for some empty freedom. If we surrendered to Earth's intelligence, we could rise uprooted like trees. This is what the things can teach us. To fall, patiently to trust our heaviness. Even a bird has to do that before he can fly. Even a bird has to do that before he can fly. Thank you. So after a body scan, my advice would be just to gently open your eyes, start wiggling your toes, your fingers, gently moving. Come back to the room. And if you'd like to, turn your videos on and you can unmute yourself. And when somebody's ready, it would be really nice just to hear what you noticed today.
I'm going to stop recording now then, so we can do this bit. Okay.
Thanks.